Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of MenaeroCraft, our Minecraft modded survival series. So today guys, we are moving away from magic. As I said last episode, we are going to be working towards Galactica and getting to the moon, building space stations. It is going to be absolutely amazing. We're going to be kind of just taking a few early steps today, getting some stuff set up. As you know by now throughout the series, we don't just jump straight into building machinery and stuff like that for a mod. We always try to find a cool place to actually set up where we're going to put our spaceships and machines and oxygen tanks and all the crazy stuff that you have to make with Galactica. I got a few ideas that I'm going to go over with you in a second. Before we do though, I've chosen names for our 2 stone golems. I asked you guys to leave me suggestions last episode. It was really hard to choose, and I kind of regretted asking you guys to leave names because then I feel bad when I don't choose certain ones, but unfortunately there can only be 2 chosen. Wow, I just bumped my mouse and spun around. I'm doing 12, and the names that I have chosen are Woodhouse and Sterling, and the reason I chose those ones is because they're a reference to a TV show. I'm not going to tell you what it is. Hopefully some of you know what it is, and if you don't, it's up to you to find out what it is, but I've actually been watching this particular TV show over the last few nights. So for someone to suggest those names, it was almost like, it was such a coincidence. It was like serendipity. So I just thought, oh, that is perfect. Oh, hello, look. Bruce is running off. He's collected a bean. So our mana farm is still working. We knew that. I actually saw these guys in action earlier too. They were, it was nighttime and they fended off a zombie. So there we go. We have Sterling and we have Woodhouse. Again, thank you all for the suggestions. If your name didn't get picked, I'll definitely be doing some more naming stuff in the future. We do actually have a bunch of name tags, so we can probably start naming animals. So I will get you guys input on those. So if your name didn't get picked this time, hopefully it will in the future. So the first steps we're taking today towards Galactica are kind of finding a location that we want to set it up. We're also going to get ourselves some new tools made and things like that, because I figured if we're getting back to playing with technology, we need to build some more like tools that are technology based rather than using magic all the time. Of course we're still going to utilize the magic, but I wanted to build some mechanism tools as well. As far as where we're setting it up, I had some ideas in my head and I wanted to put them forth to you guys. Originally I thought, well, let's go and build another building. Let's build a launch silo or something like that. Maybe, I don't know, over there or behind our Institute of Technology. Had a few ideas floating around in my head, but then I remembered, you know what, we've got this secret underground little base back here. Wow, that took off a lot of damage, my bad. Down here, where I have not finished it, where I have my kind of cloning system set up, I thought, well, we need to utilize this area. And before we even get started with Galactica, there's a few other things I want to do. The one major thing that I really want to do is I want to sort out our power system. So we're going to work on that before we get started with Galactica, but before we even start working on our power system, I figured what we would do is we would extend this underground area out down here, and we could build an underground silo to launch our rockets from. And part of the reason this idea appeals to me more than building a separate building somewhere is because of a nifty little item from Tinker's Construct. I think it's one of the add-ons from Tinker's Construct called a drawbridge. And the drawbridge, as the name implies, creates like these bridges that can extend and be pulled back. In fact, we should be able to make one fairly quickly, and we can actually have a look at how it works as well. So drawbridge, here we go. There's a few different ones. I really don't know what the difference is between them all, except that some are harder to make. Maybe they have different range on them. I'm not really sure. We'll go with the most basic drawbridge, which requires a blank cast. Now, a blank cast we get from gold, don't we? Gold. Or aluminum brass as well, which we actually have there. So let's get some aluminium brass, sorry. Is that aluminium or aluminum? Aluminium. No, it's aluminum because there's no second I. Someone pointed that out the other day. But it's also another thing. It also has to do with the spelling. I'm pretty sure in Australia we spell it aluminium, where in other countries they spell it aluminum. Who knows? Who knows? Just one of those things. Potato, potato, tomato, tomato. I always do the potato, potato one, and that is not one. That is not one. So how do we actually get a blank cast? Wait, we just pour gold out into there, don't we? Into a casting table. Okay, so let's get a blank cast made really quickly. Let's put this aluminium brass in here, and we'll pour one out. I think you just pour it straight into the casting table, and that should work. And we'll get a drawbridge made, and I'm sure, like I said before, you all kind of know what it does, but when you actually see it in action, it is friggin' cool, and I thought it would be amazing to have this awesome, like, Thunderbird-style underground launch tower for our rocket. Thunderbirds is probably a friggin' old reference that no one gets. I mean, that show was well before my time, but I did watch it growing up, because I think my dad watched it when he was a kid, so then, in turn, I watched it when I was a kid. Great show, and there used to be a rocket that would come out of the ground from under a pool, and the pool would slide out of the way. So I've got all these cool ideas floating in my head as to what we could do with it. I think that's a blank cast. Yes, it is. So let's go and get one made really quickly, and we'll have a look at how exactly it works. All right, so we should be able to do this now. Boom. Nope, we need to make ourselves a dispenser first. Boom. We don't have some of the stuff in there. We don't have a bow, because we don't have sticks. Wow, come on, what is going on here? Alright, let's get some sticks made. Drawbridge, get that made. And what am I missing now? Oh, aluminium brass that I just completely poured out. It is also nighttime, so we might sleep until morning, and we haven't used the bed in our house in quite a long time. We're going for the upstairs penthouse because it's a much nicer view when you wake up of a morning. Nothing nasty in here. Pretty sure this is well illuminated, so nothing should spawn. And then we'll get this darn drawbridge made. It was meant to take me like 2 seconds to get this made to quickly show it to you guys so we could get into some other stuff. Of course, things not going as planned, but that's no surprise on this series. We're used to that. We are used to that. Though we had a good run with Thaumcraft. We didn't have too many screw-ups with Thaumcraft. Alrighty, I did have ingot cast somewhere. There we go. Haven't used this Tinker's Construct Forge in so long that I can't even remember where everything is. Let's get one of you. Oh, I needed two anyway. I should have poured that one. I thought I needed one for some reason. Okay, now we can do it. Let's go and see what this drawbridge looks like. The other thing that I need to do quickly is, because down underneath that we're going to be extending today is made out of marble, we should actually try and get some more marble from our digital miner here. So we need to go to config, and I think it is block marble. I think this is how you get anything that's a block form, I think. I hope. There we go. So that should find marble for us. We hit start. 2,184 marble to be mined up. Cool. We'll let that do its thing, and let's get this darn drawbridge made and have a quick peek at it. Now I can make you. Da-da-da-da-da, drawbridge. All right. Let's just use some bricks as an example here of what this thing can do. Now, obviously, we'll need to make multiple drawbridges, but the idea behind it would be to have the drawbridges under the ground and then have them maybe like a row on one side, a row on the other side, and then you just supply them with a material like bricks. That's got a clear view. I also need a lever as well. So let's go and get one of these made really quickly. There we go. And you just have to put a lever on the side of it. And we can actually use red alloy wire, I believe, to run the redstone signal to every single one. So if we have a row of them set up, we can just flick it all with one switch. And this is why this idea appealed to me much more than building an external silo. I thought an underground one would be amazing. So let's whack that on the side and click it. And look at that. How friggin' cool is that? So it builds that out for you, and if we flick it again, it'll bring it back in. And the other really cool thing about it is, if we grab a torch here and say we put the torch in its path, and then we flick it, oh, my bad, it will actually get stopped by the torch. So that way, if you have them on opposite sides, they can kind of like meet in the middle and stop. I don't know about you, but the idea of having an underground rocket launch tower with these things with maybe grass blocks on top of them, so it's completely disguised, and then all of a sudden the ground opens up and you have a spaceship launch out of it, that seems like a cool idea to me. So I wanted to share that with you guys before we got started. You can leave me your opinion, what you think, whether you think it's a good idea or not, or should we build an external tower? I mean, we can still use them in an external tower, but I just didn't think it seemed as cool, to be completely honest. So I really wanted to do an interior one. Let's go put this away. Let's get ourselves some marble and head down to our basement and start extending it out, I think, as well. So the idea is, let's get... Ooh, we're going to need a lot. Let's... Oh, I say that and I pull out one marble. Is there any way I can... Oh, there we go. And do it like that. All right, let's load up on marble here. because this is what the entire secret underground tunnel lab type area, I really don't have a name for it, is made out of. We also need a chisel to actually chisel it into the type of marble I have down there. And I'm thinking we dig the tunnel along pretty deep and we go deeper underground, further down. I also want to make some more rooms. Caution, under construction. I need a hard hat. Do we have a hard hat? I don't know if I have a hard hat. Let's find out. Doesn't look like we have the hard hat. Instead, we're going to put a turtle on our head because they have tough shells. It'll protect us. Anyway, as I was saying, I want to build more rooms down here. So this one is our cloning room. And as you can see, the clones are empty at the moment because I found out this actually has a bit of a bug. Well, I guess it's not really a bug. It just doesn't play that nice with Ars Magica. And so you have to actually constantly destroy this clone and then get it to recreate whenever you level up in Ars Magica. Otherwise, if you die and return to this body, it'll be whatever level you were when you created it last. So if I created it now at level 27 of Ars Magica, we got to level 30, I died, I would revert back to level 27, which kind of sucks. So we might actually do that really quickly. Where's my touch dig? Boom, destroy that. I feel kind of bad doing that though. It's like, look, there's my bits. My giblets are on the ground. Let's put it down and then right click. Doop. It's taken our DNA and it is recreating us. This pig's got some kind of weird hat on there. They're hard at work. I feel bad about those too. What the hell? Uh-oh. I accidentally pushed him off. I think I right-clicked him and he went off. Pig, back on. No, we've got an escaped pig here. There we go. Okay, he's back. Never mind then. Let's get this spell back in our spell book here. Oh, you know what I actually completely forgot to do though? Is make some new tools. I said that I wanted to make some more tools using technology so that it can help us doing what we're doing today, and I wanted to make some mechanism tools. Completely slipped my mind. I am all over the place today. It shouldn't take us very long. It takes like 2 seconds, and the couple items that I really want to make from mechanism, and this is because, you know, we're going back to the theme of using technology, are the atomic disassembler, and basically this is like a really powerful multi-pickaxe, sword, shovel tool from Mechanism that seems really friggin' good. We should be able to make everything pretty easily except maybe the atomic core. We need obsidian dust and osmium dust. So let's get obsidian dust. 1 obsidian will give us like 4 dust, I believe. And let's get some osmium as well here, and we'll need 2 osmium dust. I should have all the other ingredients in there already. The other thing that we're going to make is a new pair of boots. We're going to make these free runners. Again, technology theme, and these allow you to run up 1 block without jumping, and they also stop you taking fall damage. And I think every time, say, you fall where you would take fall damage, some of the durability or energy is consumed. So let our pulverized obsidian dust come through. Osmium's going to go straight into here, so I'll have to pull it out before it cooks. So we got 1 osmium dust and a second osmium. Oh, I threw it on the ground. What am I doing? We got a second osmium dust. Yeah, it's in my inventory now. So let's get these made super quickly, and we're going to be using them today to clear out this tunnel. We need the atomic disassembler, which means we need an atomic core. We have that. Next thing we need is this. Oh no, we already have enriched alloy. We need this energy tablet. Let's get ourselves one of that. And I think I need 2 more for the boots. So I may as well get 3 made right now. And boom, atomic disassembler. And I really like the model of this. How cool does that look? It's like a ship on a stick. It's like a kid's toy ship on a stick. It's a bit weird, but I kind of like it. The next thing we want to make are these free runners. So here we go. It's like they're freeloaders. We need that to change. We need 2 control circuits. And then, boom, we have our free runners. Now, we need to charge these because as you can see, they have no stored energy at the moment. And the good thing is, it's really simple. We can actually use Rabito's charge pad. So if we stand on this, you see my boots are charging up. So they charge pretty quickly too, it seems. And I think I'll start fapping with this atomic disassembler. There we go. Oh god, I don't know what that animation is. It's a little bit weird. And the really cool thing about this atomic disassembler, and the main reason I wanted to get it made, is you can change its mode. So right now it'll be on like normal mode where it works kind of like a diamond pickaxe basically. But we can also shift right click and it changes to slow mode where it'll mine really slowly. Don't know why you want to use that. We can change it to fast mode where it mines really quickly. Vein mode. So I think there was some copper over here. So let's test out vein mode, which mines out a complete vein. So boom, it got all the copper for us in one hit, which is really awesome. It'll do it there as well. It got the copper that was up there. So that's really, really cool. Let's see if it does it on the iron. It was just one piece of iron. Let's also check out fast mode. This is the one I'm interested in checking out because I've seen a couple videos where people use these and they're crazy quick. Let's give some cobblestone a whack with it. Boom. Look at that. Look how insane that speed is. It's actually really hard to control. Like I can picture just plowing into things far too quickly. It instantly destroys everything in its path. It's absolutely insane. So we're going to extend this. We are going to continue digging down, I think, and we'll leave room for a couple more rooms. And then I think what we'll do is we'll create like a staircase and go down. We might actually use our hammer for this because at least I can hammer away entire blocks then. So let's move this along here. The other thing we're going to do is we're going to replace all of this stone and stuff that's around with marble using our wand, because our wand is completely full and we can actually swap over to the wand of equal trade cap. So if we do that, we can actually get this roof changed over, which we should do before we go any further, and just kind of do it progressively as we move down the tunnel. So we need to convert this into these marbles with large dents. I think that's what I'm using for the walls and the roof, and for the floors I am using the fancy marble tiles. So we'll get some of this made, and then we will put our wand to use. I love this kind of collaboration and amalgamation of all the different tools we've made through magic and technology working together in synergy to get big projects like this done a lot easier. So let's get this registered. There we go. We got 448 in our inventory. Boom. Wow. This is going to make this so much easier. I don't have to replace every single block, which is literally what I had to do with the rest of it. Yeah, I had to come down here and place all the marble. Now, we can just give this a whack. And as long as we have the marble in our inventory, it is going to replace it for us. Oh, this is so good. And this wand is still fully charged. I haven't really used it since we got our wand recharge stations up and running last episode. Plus, if it does run out, we can actually just go back and swap it out for a new wand. The old recycle system. Oh, this is so good. So good. Look at this. Oh, makes my job so easy. That's going to happen, though. That's alright. I'll manually do the floor. I don't mind. I mean, this is already cutting our time down. Like, the amount of time that would have taken me to do manually is ridiculous to how quickly we just got it done. Alright, let's keep pushing down. We need to keep extending this along. Let's get our atomic disassembler out. Holy crap, I just saw my inventory. Okay, good thing I have these backpacks on me because we are going to need them right now as our inventory is rather full here. There we go. Let's put everything that's not marble in there, I think. And our digital miner is getting more marble for us, so if we run out at some point, we should have plenty coming in to finish this project. Excuse me. Backpack, get back here. Get back, backpack. Alright, wow, that is, okay, that's way too fast for me to handle at the moment. We're just going to put it on normal speed. That way I can mine it a bit easier and I'm not losing control and busting holes in the roof and stuff that I've done back here, like right there. Which means we need to fill these ones in manually. Like that. Like that, there we go, and up here. Cool. The other thing is I didn't bring any torches. Well, I wonder if we can use a light. Light should work, shouldn't it? Ah, perfect. These can be temporary. I found out you can actually knock these down if you just whack them. They break. So we can just use these as temporary lighting. I do want to put some like glowstone in the floor or something like that in the future. So I'm going to get working on this. I'm going to see how much I can get done. Dig a tunnel, make some stairs, and hopefully we'll have something resembling where our silo launch tower is going to go soon. Don't mind me, Mr. Bat. I am going to cover this up and you can have your privacy out there because the tunnel build is pretty much finished. I think we are going to stop it here, and this is where we will launch our towers from. This will be kind of, I guess, our little underground bunker for our MenaeroCraft rockets and machinery. We're going to obviously dig up to the surface and create an opening where we can have those drawbridges. So let me show you how much progress I got done. It took a lot longer than I had originally anticipated. I think I probably cut the video around here. So this is where you guys last saw it. I left some spots here and enough room to put in more rooms. It's roomception. So I counted out like how big these rooms were. Oh, they're killing skeletons. Get them. Get them. Die, skeleton bastard. Yeah, he's dead. He's dead. So I left enough room so that we could put more rooms in, yeah. So there's an opening here. Oops, didn't mean to destroy that. Let's put another one up. There's an opening here for a room. There's an opening here. There's another one on that side. And then I created this staircase going down, which took a lot of effort because I actually had to use half slabs. You can't make marble proper stairs, but it looks nice. I think it turned out pretty good. Down here, I've got another couple openings for more rooms on either side. This one kind of just dropped into a ravine down below with creepy crawlies and monsters down there. I just realized that I am starving, so let's have some food here. Nom 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 nom. There we, wow, that fills up a lot of hunger. It was like 5 hunger shanks or 6 hunger shanks. And yeah, down the end here, I decided we'd stop it here. I mean, we can always extend it in the future. We're right on top of a ravine, so it's a little bit noisy with mobs and things like that, as you can see. It's not too bad though. If I want to extend it, I can. But I think for our purpose and for now, this is going to be our launch station for our rockets. Now, these other rooms, I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with them yet. I think what we might do is the new power system I talked about wanting to set up, that I don't think I ended up actually explaining what I wanted to do, we'll put in one of these rooms. Basically, I want to get all our machines and stuff being powered by big reactors rather than pumping lava from the nether. You know, the lava served us well as an infinite source. It's pretty good, but I'd rather set up a really awesome looking gigantic reactor using unstable materials and have that power everything. It's also going to power our MenaeroCraft machines as well, but I'm going to have to research into that a little bit to figure out how exactly we set up a big reactor, and it's going to have to wait till next time because I'm all out of time for today's video, guys. So I'm going to have to wrap this episode up here. Going to go charge my wand, get some marble, and try and finish that tunnel off there. Get the marbling put on the wall so it looks nice and pretty and like the rest of the tunnel. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to throw it a rating. And as always, I'll see you next time. Bye. Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of MenaeroCraft, our Minecraft modded survival series. So today guys, we are moving away from magic. As I said last episode, we are going to be working towards MenaeroCraft and getting to the moon, building space stations. It is going to be absolutely amazing. We're going to be kind of just taking a few early steps today, getting some stuff set. We knew that. I actually saw these guys in action earlier too. They were, it was nighttime and they fended off a zombie. So there we go. We have Sterling and we have Woodhouse. Again, thank you all for the suggestions. If your name didn't get picked, I'll definitely be doing some more naming stuff in the future. We do actually have a bunch of name tags, so we can probably start naming animals, so I will get you guys input on those. So if your name didn't get picked this time, hopefully it will in the future. So the first steps we're taking today towards MenaeroCraft are kind of finding a location that we want to set it up. We're also going to get ourselves set up. As you know by now, throughout the series, we don't just jump straight into building machinery and stuff like that for a mod. We always try to find a cool place to actually set up where we're going to put our spaceships and machines and oxygen tanks and all the crazy stuff that you have to make with MenaeroCraft. I got a few ideas that I'm going to go over with you in a second. Before we do though, I've chosen names for our 2 stone golems. I asked you guys to leave me suggestions last episode. It was really hard to choose, and I kind of regretted asking you guys to leave names because then I feel bad when I don't choose certain ones, but unfortunately there can only be 2 chosen. Wow, I just bumped new tools made and things like that, because I figured if we're getting back to playing with technology, we need to build some more like tools that are technology based rather than using magic all the time. Of course, we're still going to utilize the magic, but I wanted to build some mechanism tools as well. As far as where we're setting it up, I had some ideas in my head and I wanted to put them forth to you guys. Originally, I thought, well, let's go and build another building. Let's build a launch silo or something like that. Maybe, I don't know, over there or behind our Institute of Technology. Had a few ideas floating around in my head, but then I remembered, you know what, we've got this secret underground. My mouse and spun around. I'm doing 12s, and the names that I have chosen are Woodhouse and Sterling, and the reason I chose those ones is because they're a reference to a TV show. I'm not going to tell you what it is. Hopefully some of you know what it is, and if you don't, it's up to you to find out what it is, but I've actually been watching this particular TV show over the last few nights, so for someone to suggest those names, it was almost like, it was such a coincidence. It was like serendipity, so I just thought, oh, that is perfect. Oh, hello, look. Bruce is running off. He's collected a bean. So our mana farm is still working. We knew that.